Welcome to Manifested Publishers.
Hello learners, my name is Stephen Kariungi. Today we continue with our topic on reproduction in plants and animals, a topic in biology form 3. Now, today we'll start looking at the asexual reproduction, which is one of the types of reproduction. So we look at asexual reproduction. The word asexual is one word. That is asexual reproduction. Now, first of all, we say that asexual reproduction is the formation of individuals from a single organism. Formation of new individuals from a single organism without the use of gametes. So in this case, what happens is we have one mature individual giving rise to new individuals or new organisms without the involvement of gametes. So you can say that this is where a single individual organism produces new similar organisms without the use of gametes. And what happens in asexual reproduction is that the new organisms formed or the new individuals formed, they are identical to the parent. So you can say that the new individuals formed, what we refer to as the offspring, are identical to the parent. That means that there is no variation. There is no variation in asexual reproduction. It's just an identical copy of the parent. Now, we are going to look at the types of asexual reproduction. So the types of asexual reproduction, we have binary fission, we have spore formation, also known as sporulation. Then we have budding, commonly found in yeast. And we can also mention vegetative propagation. So those are the 4 types of asexual reproduction. We have binary fission, spore formation, also known as sporulation. We have budding in yeast, and we have vegetative propagation. So the 4th one will not look at it in more details, but it's just to know that it is in existence. But for our syllabus, we are required to know more of the first 3. Now, we'll start with the first, which is binary fission. Binary means 2. Fission means splitting. So, binary fission means splitting into 2. So in this case, We can say that binary fission is the splitting of an organism into two identical daughter cells. It is commonly found, it is common in amoeba. We have it in Plasmodium. Those two are of the kingdom Protoctista. And we also have binary fission in bacteria. Of course, the members of the kingdom Monera. So basically, we have binary fission in amoeba, Plasmodium, and some bacteria. Now, we look at one common type of binary fission, and specifically, we shall look at binary fission in amoeba. Now, first of all, before the division of an amoeba, there are three things that must happen. One, before a cell divides, it goes through what is called internal cell reorganization. The cell is reorganized in such a way that the moment it divides, there will be enough cell structures on each daughter cell. So there is internal cell reorganization. Number two, the next thing that happens is the division of the nucleus. The nucleus divides. We call that process karyogamy. Then, lastly, we have the division of the cytoplasm, also known as cytogamy. So that is now what separates now the two daughter cells. So we can say that binary fission involves, we have one, there is internal cell reorganization. The cell needs to be reorganized. Then there is the division of the nucleus coming first, what we call karyogamy. And then we have finally the division of the cytoplasm, also known as cytogamy. Now, we are going to have an illustration of that. So, for example, assuming this is a mature amoeba with a nucleus, a mature amoeba. It has a cell membrane. There is the cytoplasm. There is the nucleus, and so on and so forth. Those are the main parts. So the first thing that the amoeba does, it changes its shape so that it is prepared now for division. So you'll find that it will form a shape whereby even the nucleus will have to adjust its shape in preparation for division. So you can say this is the first stage. The second stage So it undergoes reorganization and it forms pseudopodia. These are false shape. It forms a false shape in preparation for division. Then, of course, after that, the nucleus divides. Then the cytoplasm. And finally, we end up with 2 amoeba cells. So each with a nucleus. So we have the formation of 2 daughter amoebae formed. So that is what it entails by binary fission. So it occurs in stages. Whereby the first stage, it forms a false shape, starting to divide. Then later the nucleus divides. Then later the cytoplasm. And then finally you end up with the 2 daughter amoebae are formed. So this splitting into 2 is what we are calling binary fission. Splitting into 2. So we are going to have an assignment on that. So we have some 3 questions. The first question, what is binary fission? Number 2, name 2 kingdoms of taxonomy. 2 kingdoms of taxonomy where binary fission is observed. And finally, describe binary fission in amoeba. So we are going to stop there. Goodbye.